far out is that island, by the way?
I'm the first one that said it was 16 miles off the coast of Costa Rica.
Yeah.
How many cards are left
a lot
here?
more than 16 miles.
Can someone please shuffle because I'm discarding 2 cards since I can't move.
Yep, that'll be me here in a second. Unless I get me a nice spitter. Alright, have you already rolled?
That's a
I rolled. I didn't have any room to finish shuffling, so I got a
Okay,
card.
I'll wait till you get your card then, so we don't have to just figure out who's going.
Yeah, speaking of Gennaro, yeah, you might remember him from the movie. He was the lawyer who was like, I'm a lawyer. And then he sat on a toilet and got eaten.
Yeah.
He actually lived to see the end of the book.
Yeah, he's interesting because in the book when Hammond says theme park of dinosaurs, it's the lawyer who goes, and I see nothing but lawsuits.
Yeah.
We have to shut this place down. I see nothing but lawsuits. And everyone's like, no, it's theme park of dinosaurs. And he's like, we're gonna get sued all the time. No, I'm not backing this.
Has anyone ever seen Roger Corman's Carnosaur?
No.
No.
Oh,
I've
that
heard of
movie is awesome. Like, I just watched it again recently. They released all 3 Carnosaurs on DVD. They're like...
All 3 of them?
Yes.
Yes,
I saw the
there were
first 2 from Blockbuster back in the day, and I'm just like, oh, there's a 3rd, I must get them all now. And it's just really... It's a low-budget movie, but it actually isn't... But it's not bad. It's not, like, cheesy. Except the last 10 minutes where you meet the scientist who genetically engineered everything because she wants dinosaurs to come back into the world and take over humanity. And she gives birth to an egg somehow. And I'm like, what? Your movie was so good until this part of the movie. Like,
The thing about Roger Corman is that I remember in the 90s.
So that's where Princess Daisy came from in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No.
Are you gonna move the T-Rex?
She was born from fungus. Anyway,
it's in front of my path, so I probably shouldn't, but...
You're screwing me and you. You want to screw us both? Is that how you want to play it? You actually freed him up.
But I'm going to discard 4 cards to get 4 more cards because they're all moved 2 or 3 along the road. I think one's 2 or... Wow, this is the worst hand I could have gotten. Alright, I know what I'm doing now.
This thing beeped.
Sean, he beeped it. One on the river. Oh, hey! Alright, cool.
Go Raptor. Hey, you can actually use a move 2 spaces card.
2. Move 2 or 3 spaces on the road. I can move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Dude, I've been helping you out this whole time.
It's the end of the game. This is where the backstabbing comes out.
I canceled that shit.
I'm going to cancel that cancel because you and I are in competition here, so you need to go back here and you need to sit there and you need to think about what you did.
Douche. Alright.
Your turn.
All my hopes and dreams go on me moving a Velociraptor this turn.
Ah, got it. You know where that Velociraptor can go too, don't you?
I
don't think it's going to help Jordan as much as it's going to screw him.
Yeah.
But in the long run, really,
here's the thing though, it's like actually, if I screw him, I'm just going to screw myself next turn. You know what? Stay there. Okay? Your space is down the road.
Someone's coming up into the game.
Oh wow! This
I'm gonna cancel that.
It's a new game, kids. It was a new game. Yeah, it's the same old game. Same old game it was before.
Sorry.
Ooh, T-Rex! T-Rex!
Shit.
Yeah!
Shit!
Anyone want to cancel my die roll?
Yes.
I will move Escape a Dinosaur.
No, you won't.
I knew someone had a cancel card. I knew it was coming.
I
just
made enemies with everyone this turn. All right, so.
Why?
Raptor. 2. Of course.
And then I will use my last card to escape a dinosaur, so I don't have to waste a turn now, so I can just pick up 4 new cards.
I will allow you to make that move. I have better uses for my cancel cards than stopping that move.
Oh! What up? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
This is like, well, I think I put it at the entrance.
Alright. Move 2 to 3 spaces on the road. 1, 2.
Oh no.
You can't play more cards.
I can't?
No, you're stuck there.
This is the 4th time we've been through this, Brian.
That's right. Sorry.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, I was. Alright. Cool.
Did you move already or what happened?
Yeah, I moved.
Yeah.
I moved over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just I'm kind of in the mood of like play
You're
cards.
used to like playing Dominion where you're like, I have 20 cards.
Yeah, right.
I win. You know.
So I have to keep reminding myself, no, I can only play one card.
T-Rex.
Just move it 1 space to the center.
None shall pass.
Now everybody's screwed.
Move 2 or 3 spaces down the road.
Someone stop him. Alright, I got 4 spaces to go, so I'm pretty much not getting there.
Come on, Spitty Guy. Spitty Guy! Spitty Guy, go here.
Damn it.
Alright, now I don't need to escape a frigging dinosaur.
I can't do anything.
I will move there. Into the raptor.
Into the belly of the beast he goes.
Ooh, really? Alright,
You can move him here!
no, I want to leave him there. Alright, so...
You want to make things interesting. Okay.
I will discard all 4 of my move 2 spaces. Which is not useful when a dinosaur is on.
He's got a fistful of cancels now. He's got no escape, but I got a fistful of cancels.
So the last time I had 3 cancels, so I was like
Spitty guy.
trying to get you all to help out, but it only didn't really do too much.
The only Spitty Guy that's in play is him, although you can move him there.
I don't think he wants to help me out anymore after last turn.
No, I really don't.
You can move the cripple here and...
You broke my heart. Really? Shit. Fuck it.
At this point, all those dinosaurs on the south side of the island are just playing volleyball now.
They're playing like beach blanket bingo and shit.
I remember once, like, what is it? I played a version of the game where we just put all 4 of these massively here and just ignored the first 2 when we started. So, like, basically the last game was just escape dinosaur cards.
Escape a dinosaur, you move 1 space. Booyah.
I'm never getting over there.
Alright. Here you go.
Yes.
Wow,
Okay.
you're getting up pretty close after that. See, I knew that move the road thing is really good in the area.
Alright. I'm here with you, aren't I?
Yep.
I will allow it.
T-Rex! Yeah, I'm not moving the T-Rex. No,
It's
I'm
like,
not
who do
moving
you
the
want
T-Rex.
to
It's
win?
become a moot point.
At this point, it's going to be whoever can get the T-Rex off that hex first is going to win.
I just remember, I had a friend when we were playing war games sometimes. Anytime he knows he's losing, he just chooses one player to focus on and screw them over at random. Like he doesn't even have a reason.
I think everybody does that, whether they realize it or not, really.
Alright, if I roll T-Rex, I'm just gonna move.
T-Rex!
Then I can't use my cancel cards. Oh well.
Just discard it if you don't have an escape
You're
dinosaur
next,
card.
right?
Yep.
And you know he's got an escape dinosaur card in his hand. You know he does.
Do
So
you?
if you've got a cancel card, the fat guy's gonna get away. You can't let the fat guy win. I mean, this fat guy, not the Cassidy's version on.
What are you trying to say about my girth, boy?
Nothing against you. It's
So
Wayne
I'm
Knight.
gonna-
That's why
I'm
I'm
gonna
pissed
escape
at.
a dinosaur and go into another dinosaur.
I'll allow it.
I was like, I'm pretty sure there's someone else you want to stop right now with all your cards.
Alright, let's see here.
I think I screwed up earlier when I moved to the left twice back there. It's really-
Anything but a T-Rex.
Woo! And I'm gonna.
Move a space. Don't even bother to use a card or someone will cancel it.
Yes, please. No, please play a card. Play a
Okay,
card.
fine. Escape it. Okay, fine.
Oh, so, well, you have to move the dinosaur first, but you chose not to.
Oh, if so, I escaped the dinosaur.
I have to escape a dinosaur too.
Yeah.
If you hadn't rolled that,
Oh, man.
one of us would have been able to get through that.
That was a nail biter at the end.
A little
there.
bit.
I was afraid that someone was just going to run away with it at the end, but no, it's like we had this conga line of dinosaurs here that was this whole and then I kind of cruised down the road because all I had were road cards.
Yeah, see, I usually go that way.
These
but I
guys made it
don't-
interesting. These fuckers, on the other hand, it's just like.
Well, see, my strategy was I noticed, you blocked here, but you guys are still going this way. I'm like, well, they're still going that way, even though there's a blocking going on there. Then I looked at the map and was like, yeah, it widens out up here, and it's harder to block here. It's easier to block longer. So I started going this way because I figured you'd the blocking dinosaurs would move to that side of the board, and I'd get up here faster.
Here, it's not that hard to skip from this road to that road at this point, and then hash it out here.
And then literally, there was
this whole quadrant is worthless.
There was so much, there was so much dinosaur going on here that once I got to this point and crossed over, I actually moved pretty quickly along this route until people started throwing dinosaurs at me. I couldn't hurt, him enough.
And the other reason, dude, and you got a good catch up because if you moved a dinosaur, then it could move 2 spaces behind you. By following the road.
So I was traveling in his wake for a little while there.
Yeah.
But I came really close.
Jurassic Park the game. I played this many times when I was a child, but I'm playing it again now after like a decade or so. It's pretty much, this is a game you would pull out once to show, look how this game exists, and then do it a decade later.
This game, it exists! First and foremost, it's, they're set pieces, but I love how detailed these pieces are. Like, look at the T-Rex. The T-Rex just looks freaking awesome. Like a freaking boss. Now, if I would have enjoyed... Would I have enjoyed this game as a kid? Probably. I like dinosaurs as a kid, and there's actually a lot of suspense to this game. I mean, it's very much a kind of like dick your friends over kind of game, and it's fun. It's kind of simple, but it's fun.
It's one of those games where everyone's dicking over each other so much it's hard to be angry at it.
It really is, yeah. So it looks cool. I still don't know what the fuck these pieces are for right here. These heliports and whatever, but maybe that's just part of the mystery in the rule of the game.
I'm sure I would have played this if I were 8, and I had this for all obvious reasons. As an adult, as an off-again board game fan, I think there's a pretty solid foundation for a good simple little game. I think there's room for some additions. Like there really could be 4 different dinosaurs. I think. Like what if there's like you had this pen was the Brachiosaurus pen. And so you just had a Brachiosaurus who was like the T-Rex, but he could move. He couldn't move as fast. And just one of him. I think it got really cluttered as there was just this wall, this Congo line of dinosaurs that really slowed down the end game. I feel that the end game just bottles up quite a bit here in the end. Here in this area, obviously. There need to be a couple more kinds of cards. I think, like, if there are only 4 kinds of cards, it seemed too likely that I would get just nothing but road cards, or nothing but, I very rarely had cancels, I very rarely had escapes, and I guess there are probably fewer of them than the other kinds of cards, but there needs to be cards like a card that, like, move a dinosaur that was not rolled on the die, or there needs to be a card that was like, move another character back 1 square or something. Just a little bit more variety in the cards.
Yeah.
If they could have, like, if you get to the helipad, you can go here. Like, use this to make a reason for having this whole quadrant of the island that you just have no reason to go to ever. Regardless of. So. Yeah, I'd say this place is pretty right for like house rules.
If these spaces weren't here, then it would actually work out. But you can't move here, so it's kind of pointless.
If you could enter the pens, there'd be a reason to have that there.
Yeah, and also like let's say you could enter the pens. Okay, fine. Let's say there's a hidden dinosaur there that you didn't know about, and I don't know, you would have to add like.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, it's like, do you stay in there or something like that?
Quite apart from that, I did think that the game was suitable for the age group. If I was 8 years old, I was 8 years old well before Jurassic Park came out. But if I was 8 and this thing came out, I would have played the hell out of it. I never would have picked up on the fact, being 8 years old, never would have picked up on the fact that the only winning strategy is to do that. I would be hanging out in this half of the board and losing every time and not really understanding why. But as an adult looking at it going, yes, it is a noticeably shorter distance to do that. All the dinosaurs gravitate to that side of the board, but there's so much open space, it takes so long, because you can only move 1 space at a time unless you have cards. It's not worth your time to come around this way. Yeah. Maybe if you're playing with a full house of like 8 people, then maybe it'd be worth it because the log jam of dinos here would be devouring all the cards out of the deck, and maybe it would be worth it. But unless you're playing with a full house, I can't see any reason. Like I said, I went this way and almost won, but I didn't come anywhere near here.
This seems like the only route.
And he and I went around the road, right?
Yeah.
And
They literally took a longer path than I did and still managed to. We all got here at about the same time.
Yeah. And also, like,
so this is really a shorter path.
I remember when I used to play, like my sisters caught on to the strategy too. So their first move, anytime they rolled the dinosaur, would just be to put it here, even though I was only here, just so they could plan for my eventual like going over there. So that way I would be forced to come to the middle where like they would.
Did they have you put these stickers on here by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is the real game breaker. Moving 3 spaces on the road is way too much of an advantage, especially since the game cards are random chance that you get these. That's the only thing I think, like, looking at it now.
And the road is in the ideal path.
Yeah, and the road is ideal.
Forces you to stay on the road.
Yeah, if the road was like crappy over here as it was over there, then it wouldn't be as game breaking. Like you had this whole other island area here that was bloated before going over there, and the road like went around the corner. Then it would make sense. But
instead of having an express route right to the wind space.
Instead of having express and like scenic route.
Yeah, but I'd have played this as a kid. I'd have enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. I think that may be more to do with the company of players rather than with the game itself.
Would you play again with the rules that I told you about to try to make it a serious game?
I'd give it a shot. I wouldn't be opposed to giving it a shot.
I was trying to lead us out, but why don't you read the official strategies?
Alright, here are some quick hints to help you play the game. Block opponent's pawns.
No!
Move dinosaurs to block the paths of other pawns. It'll slow them down. So don't land on them. Do the 1 space ahead like we were doing.
I'm pretty sure that was already covered in the instructions.
No, it wasn't. It just said like, move a dinosaur to attack the leading pawn. You may want to move a dinosaur off another player's pawn and put them in the pawn that is in the lead. We actually never did that.
We did. I don't think none of the dinosaurs were close enough.
No, usually we had so many dinosaurs to choose from, we didn't even need to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, 3. Move onto a space with a dinosaur. If your quickest way to the visitor center is to move your pawn onto a space with a dinosaur, you may want to do it. This is especially useful if you already have 1 or more escape cards in your hand.
Yeah, everyone did that several times.
Yeah. Trap another player on your space. If you have an escape card and want to slow down another player who is also on your space, just move a dinosaur onto it. Which, I did the opposite. I remember I moved someone's space off, and like that contributed to you maybe catching up earlier. Move 1 space to be safe. By moving just 1 space on your turn, nobody can cancel your move because it's not a card. Whoa. Those are some mind-blowing hints from Milton Bradley Company.
You just blew my mind, man.
United City Studios and Amblin Entertainment. The mystery will never be solved.
Yeah. Now you're selling it.
I'm just gonna have to start a forum on every single board game, thing known to man, and then maybe in about 20 years I'll find out the answer. But yeah, so that was Jurassic Park, the board game. Unless anybody has any final thoughts on, yeah, I just like the ideas that some of you guys are generating, like trying to make the game better. It almost sounds like it would be fun to try to make it a game we would enjoy like nowadays. Especially since I have such a gigantic board to play it with. I mean, and awesome little dinosaurs.
It's rife with just like you could do all kinds of different things. Maybe you could, cause you know how they sell like little army men or whatever. They also sell like mini dinosaurs as well, and you could like
play this game with green army men.
Well, no, you get Hero Escape and make some terrain. You have to climb and use a climb card.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
They clearly have elevation on some of these.
So there should be an option which you can kill the dinosaurs. There needs to be the Jurassic Park the board game Rampage edition.
I have a shotgun.
Remember, kids can't use guns. No, it's gonna.
He's not a kid. Look at this guy.
No,
look at Robert Peck.
He's players.
Not a kid. The
players
aren't
the
using
kids.
a gun.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I'm glad I got to show you guys some. This is a piece of my childhood that I still cannot part with, and is going to be into my closet for another decade.
A Murphy Media memory, if you will.
Long Velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Alright.
So, I don't think it really matters, because actually, Yeah, I'm gonna move this Velociraptor and escape a dinosaur.
Okay,
So
thanks.
I know, but I have a strategy.